Um, Hi. Today I want to talk about something a little more personal. And what's more personal than the creation of Veneer, the Book of Math? Um, and well, it's life and death kind of stuff, to be honest. Um, yeah. I want to bring you up to speed on the story first. The character you see here is Lyanna. Um, and She is in that painting. She's in negotiation with that mask. That mask is the mask of fate. Um, and if she puts it on, she is going to become a servant of fate. That's sort of like selling your soul to fate. Um, and so the idea of fate is going to be interwoven. It's going to be interwoven in the story that I'm writing about her. And and so fate has been on my mind lately. Um, that's partially because my best friend, Journeyman, um, has had a health scare, um, and then because I had something that should have been scaring me in terms of health, and maybe it should scare you too. So, but let's talk about fate a little bit first. Um, Maybe if you took a lit course, humanities course, your teacher discussed the question of character versus fate. That is, does Oedipus kill his father because he's fated to kill him, or because Oedipus is a brash hothead? You know, and how do these things come together? You know, um, is there a cause for everything? Do we cause things to happen, or is there some greater force at work? You see this in the Bible when the 10 plagues hit Egypt. Um, Sometimes Moses tells Pharaoh to stand down, basically, and sometimes Pharaoh hardens his heart, and so there's another plague. But sometimes God hardens Pharaoh's heart. You know, um, and so let's take a look at my own recent health scare. You know, like I said, it's something I really should have been scared about for a long time. I have been uh, I have been obese for a long time, um, and if I were to tell you why, it's a combination of factors, um, which led to it. Um, One is that I really like food, and I really like tasty food, and uh, I really like fatty food. You know, I like all the stuff that's bad for you. Luckily, I like stuff that's good for you too. Thank God. But I like stuff that's bad for you. Um, Ribs, Reuben sandwiches, French fries dipped in mayo. I could go on. Um, you know, Pizza with the works, that kind of stuff. Um, so that's kind of where my taste went. Um, and then when I was growing up, my mom gave me a lot of grief about it, so I rebelled. And um, I don't know, eating food gave me short-term comfort. So when I'm feeling anxious, like one of my first instincts is eat something tasty. You know, you combine all of that with a sedentary existence. I teach classes online. My butt has to be in a chair a lot. When I'm not teaching classes online, I'm writing. You know, I have to make time to exercise, and I don't do that much. Yeah. Um, yeah. So I avoid it. So is this fate or character? You know, had I been born with a different set of genes, with a different relationship with my mother, et cetera, things would have been different. But at the same time, I made all these choices, and that is the interesting literary part. Um, so I know that a lot of you, well, actually, I don't know how many people are going to listen to this, but I hope it's more than usually listen to me. But I know that a lot of the people that I meet at, having to do with Twitch or role playing games, I know there's a fair number of us who have health problems. But again, let me tell you what I did that scared myself. I ignored my health problems. You know, I ignored my obesity, and it wasn't until Journey's problems combined with my wife's concern about my snoring, which started to include sleep apnea. That is, I stopped breathing, for a few seconds, and even a feeling of tiredness, more than tiredness. When I would wake up, I felt like I was some kind of stone creature waking up. That I had to get the crust off myself before I woke up, completely. I don't know how to explain it. It felt strange. I've never felt like that before. So I went to see the doctor. He told me that I was mostly in good health, except for my high blood pressure, which he found very concerning. And he gave me some meds. And I'm going to tell you what scared me about those meds. I've only been taking them 2 days now, and I feel so much better. In other words, if I'd started taking them 10 years ago, how much better would I have felt? When I think about how much I hurt myself by doing that, um, I'm ashamed and scared still. How much damage have I done to myself? That is kind of frightening. Yeah. But something else, when I went to the doctor, and even though my doctor will never be like the hero doctor in a movie, he was mostly introverted and even a little sad, but I felt really good that I had somebody else. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, that here is this expert who was going to help me. So if you are I don't know. And one more thing about those meds that I'm taking, my mind is so much clearer. I feel better able to concentrate, and I'm just taking standard generic blood pressure meds. That high blood pressure was fucking with me, and I let it do so for far too long. So if you are listening to this, and you're in the same kind of situation, you've got some problem that maybe you can do something about, like I did. Maybe you were ignoring it. Maybe it's got to do with health. Maybe it's something else. I just urge you to start taking care of it, and to get some help. I'm so happy to be feeling better. I'm a little angry at myself, for not having done this years ago, and I'm going to work on getting better, and and I'm going to work on living a long, healthy life so that when I'm 100, I can still play D&D. Yeah. So yeah. That's pretty much it. I took a look at my fate. I took a look at my character, and I decided to make a change. And if you need to make a change, I hope you do too. All right. Peace.